Hello, everybody. Today is the last day of Hello 2025. And here I have Sabrina Castellanos that is going to close the year because today is the end of the year of 2024. And we're going to have the last taste of this interview series that I have that is to let go of what doesn't work for us so we can step into 2025, a new us. Hi, Sabrina, how are you?
Hi, Carla. Well, I feel so honored to be here and to be on the last day of the year with the last interview. Thank you for the invitation. I'm Sabrina Castellanos, and I love to be here and share my experience with all of you.
Awesome, awesome. So, do you want to share a little bit about you with the viewers?
Yeah, well, I'm a coach. I am organizational and strategic planning coach. I have been a mentor and a coach for over 6 years, helping women develop or find out their gifts, their superpowers, and empowering Latin women. I have my own community or my own movement of women where I help them to become the best version of themselves, and I love doing that.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, and this ties with the first question of the interview series. So the question is, what do you do? And you explain a little bit about what you do. Now, do you want to expand on that or you want to move on to the
Yeah, I have been actually,
sorry about that.
no worries. I have been actually thinking a lot about that question. What do I really do? Because I mean, in terms of marketing, and if I talk about my business, I help women learn how to manage their time in order so they can create their own dreams. But this year I have been going deep into that, and I think what I help the women is believe in themselves and believe that everybody have a superpower. And when you really embrace that and create clarity on the goals and the objectives that you want to create, then you can do anything in your life. So that's what I do.
Beautiful.
I help women find their superpower to create their legacy. And how I do it, I teach them how to manage their time.
Great.
And organize their thoughts.
So, moving on to the second question is, what made you interested in what you do and how you got there? What was your process?
Everything was so actually the method that I teach is exactly the process that I experiment in myself. The first thing is I went really deep, and I still do, into get clarity of what I want to do. What do I want to do, and who I am? Who am I? So I did a lot of inner work, and I still do. I think I don't know anything. And so that was the first thing, like just going really deep into myself. And when we talk about time management, people think that is like doing a calendar or buying a planner. And in real life, it's not about that. It's about being organized or have clarity on your thoughts. And that was the first thing that I did, create clarity. Who I am, and what do I want to do? What was my purpose in life?
Okay.
That was the first things that I did. And then after that, then I used methods that are already on internet, which is like having an action plan or using a calendar as a tool. But the first step is creating clarity in every aspect of your life.
Beautiful.
That will be what the process that I did.
What got you there? Now, moving on to the third question. What I need to read it. I totally forgot. Give me a second. What has been your biggest shift or transformation, and how that has changed your life?
My biggest shift, I will say, it was one of the biggest aha moments that I even share on my book that is about to come to be published. Is I was driving on the highway one day. I was driving. I'm an architect as well, and I was driving on my way to work, and I was listening. I used my spare time to listen to audiobooks, and I was listening to an audiobook that said, "Are you becoming a 2-hour mom?" So for me, that was like a big shift and aha moment. Why? Because it was true. I was becoming a 2-hour mom in my worst conditions. So I only had 2 hours a day for my family. But when I was tired, when I was grumpy, and when I was really exhausted, the only thing that I wanted to do is arrive home and sleep. So at that moment, when the audiobook mentioned that question, I was like, wow, it is 100% true. So if I wanted something different, I have to do something different. I cannot be doing or keep doing what I was doing. So to me, that was a wake up call, and I start thinking, how can I make it different? How can I experience my time different? So I will say that that was one of the biggest aha moments that made me take different decisions in my life. And that's when all my inner learning started in a big way. In a big way. Like I always have been love personal development, but after that moment in my life, I went deep into it. So I went to the mud to see why I was doing what I was doing, and how can I make a bigger difference in my life.
Awesome. And where did that take you? Because that aha moment, but then what was the transformation?
Then at that time, I started seeing where I was. First, the first step that I did is like where I am and where do I want to be. I didn't know where I wanted to be, but I started asking myself questions. Where do I want to be? And what's the difference? Why I don't like what I am experiencing right now? I had everything. I had a beautiful house or houses. I owned many houses at that time. I had a beautiful daughter. I was pregnant with my second daughter. I had an amazing job. I was in a really high position on my current job. I had everything that society asked for. Go to university, have an amazing job, move countries, talk another language, have a family, have a second child, have houses, and have money. So I had everything, but I was not happy. I was not fulfilled. So that was the first thing that I wanted. I'm like, if I have everything that society is asking me for, why I feel this way? Then I start asking me, but what do you want? What is missing? So I start asking for help. I start asking for help, and you actually were one of the person that helped me and guide me towards a mentor. And that mentor really helped me have many aha moments as well, and start connecting or reconnecting with myself, with what I really wanted in life. And what I really wanted in life is to help others. So that was the missing part that I didn't have in all the equation. And when I started digging into that portion, like help others, then how? By teaching. Teaching what? My experiences. Sometimes we think that we have to learn so many things in order to help the other person, when in real life, you can just teach someone through your experiences and your mistakes and your breakthroughs and your knowledge. The knowledge that, and knowledge is not only knowledge about education or a degree. Knowledge is the combination between education and experience. So when I learned that and I start helping others based on my own experience and my own knowledge, then I start fulfilling that piece of me that I was not conscious that I needed so much up until that moment. And I started also asking myself how I do so well my job as a project manager in the architectural field, and I can plan so many projects at the same time, and I cannot plan my life. I cannot complete my own projects, personal projects. So I start creating and writing down like crazy all the methods that I use for others and how I can apply I could apply those methods to my own life. Those are the methods that I created. I basically, it's a combination between methods in project management, methods in the architectural world, and my own experience, and I put it down to a down to earth, let's say, understanding, and start applying to my own life, to any project that I now do. And that's what I actually teach to my students, all the methods that I created at that moment. How can I apply what I already know to my own life? And that was the way that I start creating, and I start now basically being creating project after project in my own life to help others and being unstoppable that way. I love to create projects and finish those projects and create projects and finish those projects. So basically the same thing that I did as a project manager, but now my coaching business.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing all that. So, the next question is about your golden nugget. What is the golden nugget that helps you shift, transform on your day-to-day basis, like your day-to-day life, right? And how you do it and what it requires from you.
When you say golden nugget, that's like my gift?
Well, it will say the process that you use to shift yourself through the day. You get stuck, you get into something that you know is not for you. And then how you shift, how you transform yourself.
Right now, breathing exercises. That's what is shifting me a lot. I am practicing a lot of breath work.
Okay.
And I think that's like calm me down. And I'm really practicing or trying different meditation styles. I haven't come to the one that I would say this is the only method of meditation that I use, but I am constantly trying different meditations. And I think breath work is the one that is helping the most in different situations, in different, like the day to day, and help me to shift.
Okay.
To shift to neutral. So yeah, that's
beautiful. And do you have like something simple that you can tell the audience of how that works?
Well, usually when I go to like stress mode, I go 4-4-4-4. So I breathe 4, stop, and then go like breathe out 4, and then stop, like hold, and then again.
Okay.
So
you do
breathe, hold for 4, and then you go down and you breathe out for 4, and then you hold for 4, and then you breathe in for 4.
Okay. And you go like that.
And then you go, and that really, really helped me. In any situation, like your breath is what you have in every situation, right? So I really use that tool, and if I have more time, I go and meditate for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So right now I'm really trying to do it at least every other day. And it's creating the habit of it. So I'm working on that. That's my next step. So how can I stay in neutral the longest?
Got it.
Yeah, and that's a difficult part too, right? So that's what I'm doing. And sometimes I go to longer meditations with breath work only, that they are like for 2 hours. And I try to do that like every 2 weeks.
Okay.
As that's like my maintenance. Because that one you release a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety or whatever you have inside, you release, and then you start from zero for 2 weeks, and then you go. And so that's what I try to keep myself in the neutral position as much as possible.
Nice, nice. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing all that and for sharing your golden nuggets with the audience and with me and everybody. Now, tell us where they can find you.
Well, you can find me in LinkedIn with Sabrina Castellanos, or you can find me in soy Sabrina Castellanos if it's in Spanish. That's my Instagram account, and my English account is number two, get their connections. So those are my, in English, I'm mostly in LinkedIn as Sabrina Castellanos, and Spanish, if you're a Spanish part of the Spanish community, and on Instagram.
Beautiful. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you for sharing with us or being with us in this process or this project that I had, this vision of sharing with all of you as many golden nuggets as I could get from the people that I seen and know within transformation and getting results in their life. I hope you had a wonderful time following us and learning how you can let go of what doesn't work for you. Everybody, I hope you have an amazing 2025. And for you, Sabrina, too, just bye and stay connected, stay with us, and see you soon.
See you soon. Thank you, everybody, and Happy New Year and all the best.
Bye-bye.